I don't know if I should take my do-rag off or not. Because it was raining before when I didn't have a do-rag on, it was raining, it was a monsoon. And then I put it back on and it stopped. So I don't know if it's me or not, but
this nigga think he Jesus.
I didn't say all that now. It was made in his image though, but still.
Hey, the haters gonna call you a narcissist for that.
It's okay. I'll be that. Let me get this all off. Ugh.
Bro, I was imagining like thunderstorm just like
if it starts raining again, bro.
That shit I'm like, all right, damn. All right, bro. It clearly is you. It clearly is you, bro. My God.
But oh man.
Oh shit.
I know it's not a political podcast, but should we talk about we gotta talk about Donald Trump. He put up Tony Snell numbers. He was getting cardio in the courtroom.
Whoa. Wait, I didn't see that. I know
you didn't see that?
I know there was like he had like a rally in New York or some shit like that. And there was like 2 rappers that was there.
Wait, you didn't hear about the Donald Trump thing? Like he got convicted or whatever.
No, I did. I'm thinking like something like you actually like I know he put up Tony Snell. Okay, the way you said it, I'm thinking like, oh, like another rally happened and like nobody showed up. But yeah, I know about the shit.
0 for 34 is crazy.
0 for 34 is
34 is insane. That's a sick nigga. 0 for 34 is crazy. He's still gonna be president though. It'd be like that.
The first convicted felon.
The fact that you can be president even though you're a felon, but you can't vote as a felon is crazy.
Because they never thought in a million years that we would actually
honestly
a convicted felon.
Everybody was like, "There's no way. There's no way." Though
we're not this stupid. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, and we're actually proud about it too. Like this, we actually flex about it. This is insane.
It's getting hectic, or I mean, it's been hectic, but it's funny though. All you can do is laugh to stop from crying and focusing on the horribleness of the world.
Real niggas just, on some Dune shit. Save our tears. Bro, I've been watching. I'm talking about on the pod. Oh shit! I didn't even know you was recording this.
Bro, don't even.
Smart move, man. Smart move.
It's all going in the podcast too. But with that being said, welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast.
Come on now.
I'm your host, Jackson.
I'm your host, Greg.
Yeah, bro. It's the only podcast where we do something different every single day, bro.
Literally every single day as I send and I comment on my own video. Ha! Ha ha! But did I like the video? All right, but cool. Just want to make sure.
We don't be like, I don't think we'd be liking the video from the actual account. We need to start doing that. Although, does it really matter? Does it make that much of a difference, that one singular like?
Look, I don't know. It might be a game changer. I'm here to keep the juju going.
Fair enough. You're right.
I'm here to keep the juju
We've been cooking. We've been cooking lately.
Okay, we just hit over 200 subscribers on YouTube. You know what I mean? Shouts out to y'all.
Looking at our TikTok numbers, we're at 836 on TikTok.
Yeah, we have like these fandom like followers. Like we'll get like 2, and then we'll lose 2. We'll gain 2. We'll lose 2 per vid. Maybe it's just maybe I just don't like this. We probably have to. Someone told me we're probably gonna have to. Because like our next banger is probably gonna be something non-sports related. And I was like, you're probably right. You're probably right. So I've been hunting. I've been on the look. Before I go any further, Jax, have you only do Love Is Blind? Like that's your only.
Yeah, that's the only reality show I can allow myself to watch.
That's fair, and I can respect you for that. For my audience, if y'all are looking for something else in the meantime, I highly suggest you tap in to the show called The Never Ever Mets. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on HBO Max. Don't really matter for real. It's on the OWN network. Oprah, you should be in jail and you should pay for your crimes for dropping a show like this. I'm not here. The whole preference is about these people. Like they meet in this villa for the very first time, but like they've been like online dating, but they finally get a chance to meet each other and see if they can coexist in a house. But the problem is there's like 5 couples that are doing the same thing. Y'all all in like this same house. If you want to get your freak nasty on, you go to like this thing called the boom boom room, whatever. Like there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing. And at first I'm like, oh, okay, I see the concept. But then there's other, like when I started listening to the couples and how long they've been long distance, I was like, bro, this fuck no. What are we talking about? There's one dude, there's one couple, they've been long distance or like online dating for 12 years. They've never seen each other.
What?
Like in real life. You see, this is the shit I'm talking about. There was another one. I was like, yeah, 3 years. I was like, yeah, I'm from LA. I was like, where are you from? LA. Y'all both from LA. And y'all have not seen each other in real life. So if you want to tap into stupidity, because hey, it's one of those, it's so stupid, it's actually hilarious and funny. So if you're interested in that, shameless plug. A new episode actually dropped today. You know what the fuck I'm finna be watching.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. I might even insert a clip into the Play for Keeps story. Just to see, just for niggas to just let y'all know, hey, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Oprah, you should be ashamed of yourself though.
Yeah, you should. Oprah, that show sounds horrible.
Absolutely.
It sounds horrible. I can see exactly why you like it. Exactly the type of television.
This is the shit. This is the shit I watch when it's not sports.
Nah, that's real.
Oh man. But do we even, I know we want to say basketball for last. You say the best for last for sure. But I do want to get into some more funnies. A lot of hilarious things happened today.
Yeah, we started off talking about bad relationships. Let's continue it with
shit.
with Darren Waller, the former tight end of the Giants, current tight end. Nobody knows if he's going to play anymore still, but he dropped a music video dedicated to his ex-wife, who is Kelsey Plum, the star basketball player for the Las Vegas Aces. And I haven't watched it. Everybody says it's the worst thing possible. Let's find out.
Rated A through F.
It's 3 minutes, 5 seconds. We're not watching all 3 minutes.
We're not watching all 3, but I will make him zoom into the end, the last 15 seconds of it. I will. Okay. He has to watch the last 15 seconds of that.
All right, we're gonna play the start. Or can you hear it first of all?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Is it too loud or is it good?
Nah, we're good. Let me zoom. Let me maximize my screen.
All right, bet. This is Darren Waller. Who knew? Her perspective. He got all these FaceTime. What? Man, whatever.
You know, in life, it's hard to love.
Was that supposed to be Kelsey Plum?
Yes, that was supposed to be. Bro, you gonna make me be mean, bro. You gonna make me be mean. I'm trying to keep my eye.
It's hard to be free. It's hard to give all of your soul and have your heart broken in return, but it's time. Take your time ahead. Just take a time out and feel. The nights we opened up and we knew how much that you and I were real. How long I gotta climb up this hill. I'm tired and I wanna be still. No. Imagine if we fell out of tune, cause fuck, who knew that love could kill? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
You hear the beat come in?
Yeah. Who knew that love could kill? Whoa, whoa.
I was trying to wait to get to the hook. I don't even know where the hook is, but
this is CTE bars. This
You
is
said
CTE music.
you said go to the last 15 seconds.
Yeah, let me see. Like let me see last 15. Last 15.
All right.
Or wait. Go right before they hug. Right before they hug. Yeah. Right there.
All right. Right. All right. Bet. Oh, I gotta prepare myself to press play again. Okay.
He fell to his knees. It gets worse.
It gets worse?
It gets worse. Keep playing it. Keep playing it. He was not expecting it. He was not expecting it.
You see the water keep hitting him? Oh my Lord Jesus.
That was so bad. I was just like, it'll have to take actually somebody go and start to finish to actually catch some shit like this. And I'm glad somebody clipped this off. Shout out to Kevin on stage. He was like, bro, I didn't watch this, but man, I missed the gym the first go around. Look at this shit.
The fake Kelsey Plum stabbed him in the back while they were hugging. Whatever Kelsey Plum says Darren Waller did, he did that shit, bro. Whatever she said he did it, bro.
That was so like I'm so confused. It says in parentheses her perspective. Did not hear the woman talk at all. It's just this nigga saying take some time and heal. And a woman stabbing you in the back. That's CTE music.
Now
on a whole nother level.
Now, would you rather that song or the Antonio Brown?
AB every time, nigga. And
no, that song or what's it? Infinity Money.
Nigga, hey, that's a club banger right there. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? What are we? Nah, don't make me pull that up. I'm trying to contain myself. Infinity Money? Come on now. I don't know one that's better than Infinity Money right there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah, that hoe is good. I can't even lie to you.
That shit. KD was bumping that shit like, hold on, nigga. Watch out.
You seen KD? He put out a song too.
That nigga always putting some shit out. He rapped like a late 90s, not an early 2000s. He rapped like a late 90s nigga.
He rapped like J Electronica.
You did say that, and I definitely agree. He rapped like what does he rap like? Oh, he raps like, what's that dude's name? Oh man. What's his name? Lucas? Not Frank Lucas. Is it?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The dude who made that racist song.
Yeah, raps like him, but like not as violent.
Joyner Lucas. Yeah,
he raps like Joyner Lucas, but
that's disrespectful.
Not as violent. Not a violent nigga though.
That's disrespectful. Saying I rap like Joyner Lucas, that's fighting words, bro.
That nigga fight me. Scared, nigga. Oh, before we get into like the real nitty gritty, have you heard the Stephen A. Thing that happened? A lot of controversy about his statements about Kawhi. He said he can make a case or he can make an argument that Kawhi Leonard is the worst superstar in sports history.
I feel like how can you be the worst superstar? I feel like you can't. If you're you can't really be a bad superstar. Otherwise, you wouldn't be a superstar, right? Like,
I mean, like I guess on the tier of what superstars are, I guess he is. I guess on the bottom of that list when we talk about superstars amongst all sporting platforms.
I get he's saying that because Kawhi is always hurt and everything, but I still don't think that really makes sense.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. And And then I want to know what qualifies as worse. You know what I mean? What the fuck is worse mean when I can click? Keep in mind, this nigga says sports history. So you telling me Michael Vick? Keep in mind that nigga was chasing dogs around.
Bro, leave Michael out of this. Leave Michael Vick out of this.
I'll leave Michael out of this. Antonio Brown. Are we talking about worst superstars? And we talking about stuff, I guess, that's off the field or whatever.
Darren Waller.
That weak ass music. Your shit down. O.J. Simpson. Like there is so much more we bro.
O.J. wasn't crazy till after his career, bro.
Shit. I mean, look, I don't know, bro. Ray Lewis shot a nigga, allegedly.
All right.
Allegedly. 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 Hey, we don't know. Look, I'm just keeping it a stack. I just think that was a horrible thing to say. That don't even make sense for real. Somebody that is a 2-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP is the worst superstar. What's that dude that was like, hey, if that's what that is, I need more of that.
Honestly, yeah, like if you give me 2 chips, 2 Finals MVPs, like I'm cool with it. He was like, he ain't do it for the Clippers, but still, he's still a superstar. So
that nigga said, hey, if that's racism, I need more of that. Give me more of that. Exactly. Give me more of that championship. But that's cool. But let's get into what we really need to talk about, and that's real sports, real historics.
And Greg, we have an official new addition into the NSL rankings. Real edition. Maybe the realest edition ever. And God. If you guys did not know, the Negro League stats are officially in the MLB now. That means all stats like accrued by any player who's in the Negro League, it's obviously in the MLB record books now. And because of that, racists are upset, as always, because they're always upset because they're racist. But real baseball fans are excited. And fake baseball fans like myself are also excited.
Hell yeah. And me. And me.
Now I have an article that pulls or that has some of the new records. Now let me pull it up so you guys can see and so I can read these out. Excuse me. You can see the screen?
Yes. Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So the MLB stats that changed after the Negro League's integration. Now, I do not know who Josh Gibson is. Like I said, I don't know baseball, but he is in, I think, every single one of these stats. So whoever Josh Gibson is, he's the best player of all time. But Josh Gibson, he is now the career batting average leader with 372. He's also the career slugging percentage leader at 718. Career on-base percentage, he is third behind Ted Williams and Babe Ruth. Career OPS, his is 1.177, which is first and above Babe Ruth and Ted Williams. He has the highest single-season batting average at 466. He did that in 1943. He has the highest single-season slugging percentage at 974. He did that in 1937. His single-season on-base percentage is 564, and that's behind Barry Bonds. He has the leading 2 single-season OPSs, which he got in 1937 and 1943, which are 1.474 and 1.435. He is above Barry Bonds. And then the single-season ERA, Satchel Paige, he is third behind Tim Keefe and Dutch Leonard, and his ERA is 1.01. So Josh Gibson, like I said, I don't know baseball. I've never heard of him in my life. But whoever he is, cold nigga, bro. That's a cold nigga.
Cold nigga. And this is the Negro Leagues and I think another league that he did. It's just like, you're doing that, and I know you had a day job. You had a day job, bro. Like you was, I don't know what he was doing, but I know this was not his full-time job because this was not clearly paying no bills like that for real, for real.
He had a day job while in Jim Crow America getting spit on, yelled at, blah, blah, blah by everybody that hated him and still being him.
Really being him. That's a
Like, is he in the like I said, I don't know much about
he is
him.
in the baseball.
Is he in the Hall of Fame now? Or was he in it before?
I think he was in the Baseball Hall of Fame back in like the 70s. I think his son accepted the award on his behalf because I think he died in like 1940 or 19 whatever. He died at the age of 35, but I think his son, Josh Gibson Jr., accepted it on his behalf. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But I think that happened in the 70s or the 80s, way before we were born.
Yeah, he died in the 40s, like you said, of he had a brain tumor. Dang, it's crazy. But he is in the Baseball Hall of Fame. And when would he join? Or when did they add him in, I guess? I'm trying to find that.
Yeah.
He was inducted in 1972. He was inducted in 1972. So everybody already knows he's a cold nigga. So that's crazy, though.
So the fact that his stats are now being implemented, but not, I wish all of his stats were, because that home run total is insane. I think it was like in the 900s.
Golly.
Like it was, hey, imagine that nigga on steroids.
That's your first thought?
Yes, bro. Because I'm looking at Barry Bonds. I'm looking at all these other niggas. I'm like, bro, if that nigga had roids.
If they had modern medicine, bro, like back then, like you could like what they do, the Tommy John surgery or whatever. Like back then, if your ligament or whatever in your elbow went out, you was just done forever.
You was done, nigga.
You probably couldn't even like use it. They probably had to amputate your arm back then.
That nigga did. Like, imagine if he just didn't have to work a job, like a day job. Imagine if he could just really just focus
on baseball, focus on his craft.
If he could just focus on the craft, we don't know how good this nigga could have been, bro.
I feel like that's true for like a lot of like the old players back. I feel like for every sport, like even like a nigga like Oscar Robertson, he averaged like a triple double and stuff, and that was in like the 70s, 60s,
yeah, 70s or 60s. Yeah, I want to know. Like,
imagine if they had the stuff we have today. Like,
oh my god,
he'd be like, I don't even know who he'd be like. Or have you seen Elgin Baylor? His stats?
I've seen his stats. I've seen him lose MVP awards, averaging crazy numbers. But then it's like Wilt that average like 50 and 25. And it's like, okay, well,
I'm saying, and then like the thing with Elgin Baylor, I think Elgin Baylor, he could really be the GOAT, because if you look up like any like obscure stat, he's always there, no matter what. Just if you go on Twitter, just type in Elgin Baylor, you'll see his name in every single stat, and it doesn't make sense.
That's the guard Wilt Chamberlain right there when it comes to stats. Like you.
Honest to God, like go look it up. Just look up Elgin Baylor. You'll be like, oh my God, he was insane.
Niggas got to do a tier ranking one of these days for runner-up MVPs.
Oh, that would be tough.
We got to, hey man, we can put that in the tuck.
Yeah, no, put that. We'll save that for a later date.
Look up. I bet we have gone through the Negro leagues. Mm-hmm. Now let's get into another. It's not really a league. It's really just a. What do you want to call this? Do they want to call themselves a corporation now at this point? Like they.
I mean, they don't want to call themselves a league, but this is a league now. It's a professional organization now.
At this point.
Or it's you that meme with the dude and the astronauts, like it always has been. It's always been a professional organization, bro.
You're right.
They're the same pay. But the NCAA has finally reached an agreement to pay their players. Now you might be thinking, what? Players already got paid because of NIL. Like, yes, they're getting paid because of NIL, but that's just their name, image, and likeness. That just means they can get endorsements. Right. Now the NCAA is giving the schools permission themselves to pay the players. And in addition to paying current players, they're also gonna like give back pay to former players. I believe it doesn't say like
2016 is as far back as they will go.
As far back as 2016?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sick. I'd be sick, bro. I'd be sick. 2015 athletes? Sick. Cam Newton? I'd be sick, bro. Johnny Manziel? Well, he wasn't getting paid, but
bro, that nigga was getting paid too much.
Yeah. But
hey, any school in Texas, I don't need no star athletes to complain, nigga. I know what time it was. I know exactly what time it was, and I'm gonna just close my mouth. I'm gonna just shut it down. I know.
I have a little thing from ESPN I see, and it says under the terms of the agreement, the NCAA will pay more than $2.7 billion in damages over 10 years to past and current athletes. And there's also a revenue sharing plan that allows the schools to share up to $20 million per year with its athletes. So, and the revenue sharing and all that will begin in fall of 2025. So next year.
Okay.
And low key, I don't know if that's enough. I'm not gonna lie, because especially when you like thinking about like the former athletes, they should for sure be getting paid. They need to schools for sure have enough money to do that. But like as far as current athletes, like it's not just football. Like there's track athletes, basketball athletes. The swim team might be cold. Like I don't know if 2.7 billion is a lot of money. Like don't get me wrong, but is it enough to adequately pay every single athlete that they're scheduled to pay? I honestly do not know.
I'll have two things. The first thing I want to say is that I did see there was like a tier list.
Oh no, that was for the NCAA, the game.
Oh, that was for the game.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll get into that a little later.
Okay. I ain't even. Okay. Now that we got that out the way, Bomani Jones has something interesting, like a different perspective on this, and it was more because the reason why this is even happening is the fact that they didn't want to admit to what was really going on back in the day. So now they got caught in between their legs in court, and now I think it's now going to be it's like a government entity is not the best word to use, but it's like the government is pretty much going to like kind of take over.
Oh, they're regulating it because like it was the whole lawsuit became a thing because it was like people were suing like because of they violated like antitrust laws.
Absolutely,
and the NCAA actually, it is a trust. They are a monopoly and all that, and you shouldn't be. So there's that.
So he was saying he was just like when you're dealing with something like the government, that money shit is going to be different. It's like he was bringing up the example of just like people that these are straight donators that are donating mad hella money with the expectation that they're not getting like this money back. They just doing this shit for fun, and the government is not.
They're doing it for the love of the game.
For the love of the game, the government is not for the fun ass nigga. He was like, "Yo, if you have people in the government, like they're gonna start looking at some of this shit. They're gonna look at these weight rooms. They're gonna be like, damn, what happened to calisthenics? And they're like, what we, you know what I mean? Like, why are we paying the strength and conditioning coach $200,000 to work niggas out? $500K, like at some point the math is just not going to math to them, and we don't know. And when you start talking about stadiums, renovated for what? Look like a nice stadium right here. When you have the government now a part of this, I don't know long term how that's going to, feel for like I guess the enjoyment of how we do college football. And I kind of butchered like the rest of his take, so I'm gonna just let Bomani just have it. But if y'all haven't heard Bomani Jones's podcast on this recent matter, like tap into it. I might even leave a link down below. But he does have an interesting take on it because I didn't even think about that side of it. But overall, yeah, 2.7 bill is not going to be enough. Essentially, we talk about this shit all the time about how many players are on the fucking football team.
It's literally, it's not like we're saying $2.7 billion isn't a lot of money because that's a crazy amount of money. We're just saying like
America, you know what I mean?
It's how many colleges, how many athletes, so it's a little hectic. I don't even know. And that Bomani Jones thing, that's a good point because I didn't even think about it like that. And if like the government, because the government, despite having trillions of dollars and sending all this money to Ukraine and Israel and blah blah blah, they are cheap for whatever reason because they want to give the money away to everybody else. But with the government being so cheap, they might like go into who got the crazy locker room, like UT. Everybody knows their locker room's insane. Like they got TVs, stuff lights up. Like it's crazy. They might go in to be like,
how do y'all need all this? What's the
or when it comes to renovations for the stadiums, like you see how the government, you see how, or I guess y'all don't see, but like in Texas, you see how long it takes for them to build any highway, anything. You see how long it's taking them to give water to Flint. Like they're gonna come to these stadiums and be like, it doesn't really. It might be old and decrepit and falling apart. And they're like, I don't really think it needs an upgrade. Like as long as people can sit down, it's fine. So that is actually a good point. I didn't even think about it like that. So
yeah, so it's just like I said. It's like whenever you put the word government in front of anything, normally not the best looking thing of it. When you see government assisted or government anything, government cheese, it doesn't matter what it is. Get in front of it. It's just not probably your best product. And I think a lot of people are looking at this a little bit differently. But shit, 5-10 years down the road, I don't know how we will be feeling. Not just on the money thing, but just like, damn, like our experience.
Yeah. Yes. And we will see. That's gonna be crazy. Everybody always want to mess up a good thing. just cause they ain't want to pay these players. This is what they get. It's gonna suck, but this is what you get, NCAA.
Hey man, look, we graduated already, so
yeah, you're right. But to sort of keep it with the NCAA, we gotta pivot. Well, I mean, it's not really pivoting because everybody's still in the NCAA, but the NBA has just announced the 93 early entry candidates have withdrawn from the 2024 NBA draft. And I don't remember when this rule was implemented that you could like take part in the draft process and then be like, you know what, nah, never mind, I'm going back. But this is the first time I didn't heard of something like 93, because that's
93 is crazy. I think the first version of this was probably when did was that 2018? Whenever Armani Brooks' year, and the niggas who don't know that.
I think
was that 2018 or 2019? One of them years.
I think it was 18.
2018 was probably like one of the first times because people used to like put it in there, like, you know how certain seniors or athletes, they'll be like, I'm foregoing my X, Y, and Z, and have a letter. Some on the bottom of the letter used to be like, hey, I'm exercising my, I'm entering the NBA draft with while still maintaining my eligibility to come back if I want to come back. But it's basically to give you a grade. Like they'll go through that and they'll give you like a grade of like, okay, like this is where you'll be projected based off of what we've just seen. And some people either they want to raise it. I think Quentin Grimes did that. He went in there and then he came back to UH and they went to the Final Four and he turned into a first round draft pick. But he wasn't a first round draft pick the first time he did that. So 2018 was probably one of the first years I remember seeing it, but 93 is still crazy. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, and one name that did not go back into the NCAA was Bronny James. So he's gonna stick it out. And you've heard Rich Paul make his comments like, "Oh no, we're not doing no 2-way contracts." So hey, Bronny's gonna mess around and get drafted. I think ESPN has him as like the 54th overall prospect now. And it's funny because I think the Lakers picked 55th in the draft. So
yeah, they said the Lakers and Phoenix are heavy considerates of like, seriously taking Bronny James.
And I think those are the only two teams he's working out with because he canceled all his other workouts, which is another thing in and of itself. But hey, he might get drafted to one of them teams.
That nigga's legal government name is LeBron James Jr. It really don't matter what the nigga do. He's going to get drafted somewhere. He's getting drafted somewhere, so somebody's going to take a flyer on there. LeBron is good enough. This is some shit we've never seen. People talk about Michael Jordan's sons. The nigga is still in the league. LeBron is still in the league and playing good basketball. He's still, at minimum, a top 20 player.
Oh, for
that sure. Minimum, you know what I mean?
Minimum,
like extremely minimum, and that's just some unheard shit. But I wanted, while you looking things up, I wanted to pose a question to you. What would you have rather seen? LeBron James, Bronny James duo,
no,
or LeBron James, Bronny James, 1v, like not, you know what I mean, like going at it.
Going at, I do not. I always thought he was like, oh, I wanna play with my son. I always thought that was just putting one, way too much pressure on him, and two, like, bro, be for real. But I doubt he wants to play with you. Like, yes, he loves you. You're his father, but like, he wants to make his own path in the NBA. And also, it'd be hard to like cross up your dad, like fuck, nigga, or like dunk on that nigga. It'd be hard. So like,
you think he busting his ass off the first meetup?
You said what?
You think Bronny busting his ass?
He's going to try. He is going to try.
I'm asking, do you? No, ain't no trying, nigga. Well, of course he gonna try.
Oh, will he?
I'm saying, you think he gonna bust his ass though?
No, unless LeBron takes it easy. But I don't think.
No,
if they play against it, he's not taking it easy. He's LeBron finna send his shit.
Yo, talking shit to Pops. I ain't gonna lie. It made me go back and realize, when was the last time like I hooped with my pops and got the best of them? Like, what was the defining moment? I think they asked Jalen Brunson like one time, like, when were you able to beat your dad? He was like, I was really cooking his ass like when I turned like 18, 19. And in 21 we just stopped playing because it was getting terrible. And I had to go back to my own personal thing. I think I was about 15. I'm about 15, 16. At that point, my dad's like 5'10". Once I hit that growth spurt,
it was over.
It was over. I was backing that nigga down. Oh, cap. I was looking like Dirk. My God.
But the thing I've been looking up for like the past, 5 minutes, that I finally found, it was an article from Bleacher Report around the draft prospects going back. And a NBA exec, anonymous, of course, they say they feel that the NIL has watered down the 2024 class of prospects because now players can, like, they're saying that there's no market for two-way agents anymore, or for two-way contracts anymore, because players are able to go back to school and make bread, or players don't even have to, declare for the draft because they're going to be making so much bread. Like, how do you feel about that? And would you say that's an accurate assessment?
Nah. I don't think it's accurate. I don't think it's as accurate. Maybe, and maybe I'm just looking at it from a smaller scale, but I just feel like I just never thought of like two-way contracts. I just felt like, always hit a two-way contract from like going to the G League. I know the G League at night is done, but the G League is still there. And, the G League is still there. You can still go hoop and X, Y, and Z. I think the ability to go back to school is saving the product of basketball anyway. We talk about this shit all the time about people declaring way too fucking early. They should have stayed in school. Bro, I feel like this is the best case scenario, because if you're going to allow people to one and done, you should be able to allow people to be like, you know what?
I was tripping. My fault.
Nigga, I needed to put my water in, I put my foot in the water real quick just to kind of test what it is.
I'm only 18. I'm only 19. I don't make good decisions sometimes. Right. My fault. I was tripping.
Or even on some like chip on your shoulder type shit, like doing that, and then you don't like the grade that you're getting, and you're just like, oh, this what these niggas really think. All right, that's a fucking. Let me turn up.
Or you just go there and you see what you need to improve upon in comparison to other prospects. So.
Yeah, I just think that makes the game a whole lot more better. You know what I mean? Because I just think a lot of people keep trying to put things on the 2024 draft class. Just let that draft class be the draft class. You're not going to say this in 2025.
I don't even think this draft, like, I've been watching some like highlights and like doing like some, not scouting because I'm not a fucking scout, but like seeing there've been a couple videos. I think there's one account, I think they're like Hoops Intellect on YouTube. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're really good, but like I've been watching like Alex Sarr and Stefan Castle and what's his name, Matas Buzelis. Like I've been watching his videos on them, and like I think this draft class,
good. So
it's not that, like, I don't think it's bad, bro.
It's not.
Y'all just some haters. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's gonna be pretty solid class.
And then in my opinion, there's never
it is Hoops Intellect, my fault. But yeah,
you're good. And it's just like, and in my opinion, there is no such thing. It's a bad draft class. Your worst draft class, people say for the most part is what, 2013? It's 2013.
I think it's 2001. Is it 2013 or 2001?
When they say 2013, Giannis was in that draft class, and Rudy Gobert was in that draft class. Ultimately, like you're still going to have some All NBA play. A bad draft class is not having anybody have all NBA or no kind of accolades of high degree, no MVPs. That's what I would consider a bad draft class. But I think people label a bad draft class based off of like what the first 5 picks tend to be, or what the first 2 or 3 picks are, because they're not what generational talent. But a bad draft class, I don't see it. Not for 2024.
I will say, I think the bad draft class is 2000 draft, not 2001. Even though 2001 draft class had Kwame Brown at number 1, but the 2000 draft class, not good.
Was that Kenyon Martin's?
Yep.
I had a feeling about what was Kenyon Martin. Wait, anybody else notable? I don't remember.
Kenyon Martin was number 1. Stromile Swift number 2. Darius Miles number 3. Marcus Fizer number 4. Mike Miller was okay, you know. Kenyon Martin was okay too, but anyway, Mike Miller, he was 5. DeMar Johnson 6. Chris Mims 7. The best player in this class was Jamal Crawford. Who surprisingly was never select. I mean, I guess not surprising because he's always been a 6 man, but he never made an All-Star game.
Greatest 6 man of all time.
Yeah, he should still be in the Hall of Fame, even without any type of All-Stars. But yeah, that's
true.
This draft wasn't a good one. Turkoglu, he was a 16th pick, you know.
Not too much on Turkoglu.
Quinn Richardson was 18. Jamal Malloy.
So Q Rich and D Miles were.
Yeah.
Same draft class. Knuckleheads. Shout out to them. But even that, with the worst draft class, you still have notable people, and you have the greatest 6 man of all time. Now, a lot of people may not think about X, Y, and Z, but I mean, you can work with that. You can work with this draft class.
Yeah, I guess.
Kmart went to what? To the Western Conference Final from them? Or he almost did with Melo. You know, he just ran into Kobe. But look, like I said, like I think I don't want NBA. I hate when NBA execs. I guess it's just a messenger. I don't need NBA execs telling me about how bad the draft class is. Make it work, nigga.
Yeah, you Mr. GM, go find that diamond in the rough. Make them coaches coach them players well.
Go do your job.
Exactly. And if you mess up, be like Sam Presti and be like, you know what? That Gordon Hayward trade, it didn't work. That was my fault.
Hey, you heard his wife spazzing out?
Sam Presti's wife?
Nah, Gordon Hayward's wife.
Oh no.
Spazzing out on the internet talking about how the Thunder didn't like the Thunder trade didn't make no sense.
It did. It was, when they traded, I was like, this is stupid, but
every time I watched the Thunder, I was like, damn, I forgot y'all niggas had Gordon Hayward.
Because he don't even be like that was a dumb trade. They didn't need wing help anyways. Like they have too many wings. They have as much wing help as they need. So I don't know, but it is what it is.
I mean, y'all have too much help in general. I don't think there was a need for any.
Like the only thing they could have drafted was but traded for was a legitimate big man to rebound more. But other than that's like their only need. Other than that, they didn't need nothing else, especially Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, well, unless you wanted a prime Steven Adams, nigga. I don't know. Like,
I would like Steven Adams to come back, bro. He was cool. Steven Adams was tough, bro.
I like Steven Adams. Yeah. With a real team now, and it's cool.
But enough of the NBA draft. We got to get to the real meat and potatoes of the episode. We got to talk about the playoffs because the finals have officially been set.
Yes.
And to get to the finals, the first domino that fell was the Pacers. Now, rest in peace to speaking of rest in peace to Bill Walton, because we forgot.
Oh, I was like, where are you going with that?
Yeah, saying rest in peace reminded me. But yeah, Bill Walton, what was he? Former MVP, 2-time NBA champion, like the first, or really not the first, but really the second coming of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, even though he was white, and he kept getting injured, but he was a legendary commentator as well. Funny, if you haven't seen clips of Bill Walton, just go on YouTube and type in Bill Walton commentator, because he was and is an absolutely hilarious human being. He was a really good person. He was always championing minorities and causes where people have been causes for marginalized communities and things like that. Also championed drug usage as well, which is sort of funny. But no, he He was on them drugs, bro. He was on them drugs, and he was cold too. So, hey, but yeah, rest in peace to Bill Walton. He died. I believe he was 71, that's ancient for somebody who's 7 feet tall because they don't really be living that long. So
for sure.
Yeah,
salute. I remember a woman tried to get that one off on me. I'm like, nigga, stop. I am 6'3". Like that is.
She said you weren't gonna live long
because of my height. I was like, man, I don't know, man. With the tall guys, but they don't live long. I'm like,
what? Why are you telling me this?
What are we doing? And I had to look up. I quickly looked up Bill Russell. I was like, bro, Bill Russell is 6'10" and made it to what was it, 80 something?
Yeah,
I forgot. Yeah, okay, that makes my heart better. What does that mean, bro? Please stop.
Yeah, nah.
Get some help. That is crazy. We're talking about abnormally tall people. That's crazy. But she was like 5'2", so I get it. Anyway, yeah, shout out to Bill Walton. Shout out to Luke Walton. You know what I mean? Solid NBA player. I think he's an NBA champion as well. He was with the Kobe Lakers, if I'm not mistaken.
And as a coach, he got a championship too, right?
I try not to think about that one. I try not to think about that one. But shout out to him. He wasn't the greatest coach, but he's solid dude. But to get back into current hoops, Pacers, R.I.P to them.
Now you may think R.I.P stands for rest in peace when we're talking about the Pacers, but it really stands for really idiotic Pacers, because what the hell? They should still be playing. The Pacers should have been up like 3-1 in this series, but they are really idiotic, like I said. And I don't even have, man, you got it, bro.
Bro, you sound like a disappointed father, bro. Nigga,
I wouldn't even claim them as my kids if they disappointed me like that.
Damn, not even on the taxes?
No.
Not even on the taxes, nigga?
All right, never mind. But still, I wish I had I'll never forget this. Yeah. I wish I could project it from my brain onto the screen or into the minds of the viewers. Yeah. But it was I believe it was 105, 102 or something around that range. I think Indiana was up, or they could have tied the game. Like I said, I don't really remember that well. But TJ McConnell, who was starting in place of Tyrese Halliburton, and he hasn't been bad because he's not really that bad, to be honest. He's a solid backup point guard. Yeah. Really solid point guard. Yeah. But anyway, he had a wide open three. And they needed, this is the three they needed to, like I said, I don't remember the score, but it was either to tie the game or take the lead. Like I said, I couldn't remember. But it was fourth quarter, maybe 90 seconds left, maybe 2 minutes left. Wide open three. And he passes the ball. He passes the three up. He passes the ball. I believe it was Pascal Siakam who was backing a Celtics player down. He passed him the ball. Pascal, he couldn't really do nothing because they had him locked up. So he had to pass it back to McConnell, who was, by that time, he was already contested. He then decided to drive to the right, get in the mid-range, and shoot a contested midi that he proceeded to miss. And it's just you lost them that game by not taking that shot. Because you were, when I saw that on my screen, I yelled scary ass nigga at this TV when I saw it. Because there's no way, wide open. Even if you're not that good of a three-point shooter, you are white. You would have made that shot. And he passed it up. And I was just this is, y'all deserve to lose. Y'all deserve to lose.
I'm trying to watch my words. I'm really not trying to edit nothing crazy right now. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to get this all in one take so we don't have to do any extra work. But what the fuck, my nigga? I ain't gonna lie to you. Game 1, Game 3, and Game 4 were all winnable games. Game 2, you got blown out, but I knew you was gonna get blown out. Game 1 set the tone for how tragically bad Game 3 and Game 4 was gonna be for y'all. Had y'all won Game 1, y'all probably don't even play stupid basketball Game 3. You might not. Maybe TJ McConnell has, an extra brain cell and shoots that ball. I don't know if that was Game 3 or Game 4, one of them games. But the fact that you're already down 3-1, 3-0, 2-0.
Don't give him that one.
Yeah,
don't give him that one.
I'm not giving them.
They don't deserve it. If they deserve it, they would have had it.
Yeah, it was bad. And I blame a lot of, first of all, I blame a lot of this on Rick Carlisle. Second of all, I blame this on the basketball players in general. When you are kind of quote unquote exceeding expectations, we expect more of you now. And it's just like, bro, y'all are just way too like efficient. Let me use the word efficient because I don't know if y'all are like really great basketball players, but y'all know how to capitalize on the fucking moment. And y'all been doing it every series, capitalizing on the moment. People say, hey, it was a cakewalk for these niggas to get here. They capitalize on the moment. You could have capitalized on this moment right here for the Boston Celtics. And you just choose not to every time. Y'all do dumbass plays. Y'all have Rick Carlisle complain and moan about every single thing that's not dealing with their actual basketball players doing basketball things. Like, why did we, you know what I said in the group chat. I can't say those things, but like, why are we being so idiotic? Why do we do things that just simply do not make sense? I said what I said and I stand on it. But God damn it, I don't understand why. This is why I said what I said last week. Don't get this wet Eastern Conference shit in your head. Go and get somebody in the offseason.
Please do not think you guys can just run it back. Even though the East suck, don't think y'all can just run it back.
y'all
barely got here,
nigga. I'm telling you right now, nigga. You are not in anybody's position, and don't use that small market excuse. Oh, we're a small market. Nobody want to. I don't want to hear that. Y'all found a way to get Pascal Siakam. I know, and I thought that was a good move, even though people thought it was a stagnant move. Hey. Y'all wouldn't be where y'all was at without Pascal. I think the New York Knicks would have got y'all up out of there if it wasn't for Pascal Siakam.
For sure.
Go and get somebody else. Go find a way. Make a trade. Do something.
I could, because they won the tournament, and then they also got to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're gonna let that go to their head.
They won the tournament.
Yeah, they won the tournament.
I thought the Lakers did. I'm tripping.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah, it was the Pacers won the tournament.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I thought they were far, but I don't know why I thought the Lakers won.
Nah, it was.
That's what I mean.
Oh wait, never mind. Wait, hold on. No, I'm tripping. The Lakers did win the tournament.
Oh, okay, but I thought I wasn't tripping. But they did go far though. I did.
Yeah, but they played the Lakers. Okay.
Yeah, they're
gonna let that second place finish in the tournament, plus the second place finish in the Eastern Conference. Go to their head.
But that's what they're gonna be like, bro. We didn't have it, bro. With a healthy Holly, with a healthy Halliburton, a healthy Tyrese. No,
like with the healthy Halliburton, could y'all have beat the Celtics? Probably, but that's not because y'all are good. It's just because the Celtics be messing up,
bro. It's just I need them to just not stand pat. Go do something. You have pieces. Get rid of some people. Go make some shit happen.
They got too many power forwards. Somebody need a power forward. They need to trade one of them.
Yeah, trade them. You're not even doing shit with Jarris Walker, and I fuck with them. I fuck with dude.
I think it's gonna be good.
If
they use him, I don't know because
they're gonna turn that nigga into Precious Achiuwa real fast. I say keep Miles Turner. I say keep Tyrese obviously, and then keep Pascal. Those are your three that are.
Mm-hmm. I think they can trade because Nembhard, he played really good without Halliburton, and like I think they could trade him. It's a lot of teams that need point guards because it's really like I don't know if we ever talked about it really, but it's like a point guard shortage, like of real point guards. Like it's either like a small scorer or like a wing who handles the ball, but it's not no real deal point guards anymore. So if somebody needs a point guard, Nembhard would be a good addition to them, and he's can take a leap, I feel like. So you might get something for him.
You can package Nembhard, McConnell in the first and go crazy with it. I think you can go find something with that. Especially if there's somebody that's like, grumbling. Now don't do nothing crazy like go get Paul George. I was gonna say
wasn't bring Paul George home.
Don't do that. Please do not bring nobody home. when everybody's not LeBron. I don't know a singular person outside of LeBron James that was able to go back home and win a championship or go win something crazy. It never happens.
It will happen next year with Kevin Durant, but that's neither here nor there.
Delusion that you think he's even gonna go.
Bro, stop.
He gonna hit that one day. He gonna hit that 1 day contract. Year 19. He gonna sign that 1 day contract in July 1st. I'm retired. It's my last dance.
Man. But anyway, Pacers. What did you say they did in the group? You were like they made. You said they made lemons or something.
No, Rick Carlisle, like he was the type of nigga, like he was like when he said when life gives you lemons, you supposed to make lemonade. And the fact that you able to just burn the kitchen down trying to make lemonade, you have to be creatively dumb and stupid to figure out how. Yeah, creatively inadequate to just figure out how to burn the damn house and kitchen down trying to make lemonade when life done gave you lemons. I don't understand how you can have a lead and it just diminishes as soon as it turns to fourth quarter and 2 minutes left on the game. Y'all forget how to play the game of basketball. Y'all stop being aggressive. Y'all start trying to play not to lose instead of playing to win. And you see it in everybody's body language. Okay, we just got to hold on to the lead, bro.
Yeah, I was watching that game. I was watching Game 4, and I was like, they're low key getting walked down. And I was like, normally it's the Celtics to be making the mistakes at the end, but they were just getting walked down. I was like, dang, I could tell, and I could tell they know they're getting walked down because it's just the way they were playing.
You can see the energy on everybody's face. They're just like, bro, all right, bro, let's try to get 2 points out of this. Like, bro, just play. And that's probably what TJ McConnell was thinking.
They had that we're not supposed to be here energy, but the thing about that is like you have to at some point you have to be like, oh no, we belong here. This should be like, don't look at it as we're playing with house money anymore. Look at it as we belong here. We deserve to win. We should be trying to win the game instead of just protecting the lead. But they never flipped that switch. And they got walked down by the Celtics. And the Celtics are now in the finals again. Oh joy.
And also a side note, I need Tyrese Halliburton healthy at all times. Because I'm tired of seeing this nigga in street clothes. Because this nigga's not valid. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing them ugly ass clothes. I'm tired of seeing it. It's hideous. You out here clapping it up, nigga. Don't point the camera to this nigga.
His fashion choices, for as rich as he is, like, it be sometimes like the fashion. I'm not talking about Tyrese Halliburton, but like NBA players, they be wearing like some outlandish stuff. But it's like, okay, I guess they get it. Like, I get it because they're rich and they just want to do something crazy. But his fit, like, I bet they're probably all super expensive and everything. But they just look like normal clothes, but just patterned in the worst way possible. And it's just like, why do you look like a school teacher with 2 big pants? Like, it's
outlandishly normal. Outlandishly normal clothes. Outlandishly like just everyday clothes. He looks like an investigative journalist. Nigga look like he smokes pipes. Nigga just and then he has the dog that matches fit. It's throwing me off. I think he has a golden doodle.
Okay.
He look like someone of those niggas that do that.
He looks like he matches Indiana. He looks like he's a black man from Indiana. But True. moving from the really idiotic Pacers, we need to talk about the Timberwolves because they finally got knocked out of the playoffs, but they did not get swept. They did not get swept by the Mavericks. They ended up losing in 5 because they won Game 4. So we got to talk about Game 4 before we get into Game 5. Now, with Game 4, I really did not. I thought they was going to get swept. I didn't. I didn't believe in them game 4, but and he always said, which is sort of crazy to call his shot like that. He's like, "Oh, I've never been swept in my career," even though his career is young. He hasn't been in the playoffs that much, but he's technically right. He's never been swept, and he still hasn't been swept. But to me, it felt like with game 4, they weren't really trying to win this year. They're just trying to make sure they did enough to not get swept. Because I mean, they did do enough, but Ant, he came out, he was on fire. Cat had his best game of the series in game 4. He was actually splashing threes. I was like, oh shit, they can do it. They didn't. Like, they won that game, but they didn't do it. But it was just I wouldn't say masterclass, but it was just not. It felt like that game was the only game they really played like they should have. Like, that was the only game like stuff really clicked for them. Game 4 was.
Yeah, and I will say, I don't want to blur the lines between how the Timberwolves played the Mavericks versus how the Pacers played the Celtics. Those are two completely different series. The Timberwolves, there were games that could have been won, but Luka just gamed it on a couple of niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think there was a time where like the Timberwolves just really crazily just lost the lead off of stupidity. Luka made
all the games were pretty close to be, except for game 5.
Of course, game 5. But up until game 4, it's like, okay, bet, like, okay, they're finding their stride. It's just a matter of, okay, do they have the willpower to do this 3 more times and be the first team in NBA history to ever pull it off, which is a lot to ask for. But ultimately,
especially for a team led by a 22-year-old and a Dominican man.
Exactly. So it's one of those things where I wasn't upset about game 4, but your sentiments was right in that group chat. Don't win game 4 if you're not gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah, because like, just go ahead and go home, bro. Like, I get you don't want to get swept, but like, if you're not gonna make history, don't even worry about it. If you're not gonna make history, don't even worry about it, bro. I don't want.
Not gonna make history. Lay down, nigga. Lay down, bro. Just forget it. Because especially when you do shit like this in game 5 and get blown out the way you did in game 5, I don't give a fuck about game 4 no more, nigga.
Because disclaimer to the audience, I didn't watch a second of game 5 because it was a crazy storm and I had no signal for anything for like 12 hours. Like, I got like that signal really just came back on before we started recording the podcast. So I didn't see a second of game 5. But I know they lost. The Timberwolves, they lost by 21 points. I know Luka had an amazingly hot start. I think he had like 20 in the first quarter. Yeah, and the Timberwolves, they got back to playing like, I mean, and he still had a good game, but Cat, he went back to his missing shots ways, and nobody else on the Timberwolves after that really stepped up. Like, even though Cat, he did have 28, but he was 9 for 20, you know. So,
yeah, and he didn't watch a second. I didn't watch 2 seconds. All right, I came in there thinking, I'm gonna start watching this around the third quarter. Let me get some good food. I did this. This is the first time I didn't check ESPN or nothing. I said, let me go ahead, get some food, bring it back to the crib. We're gonna set the second half up right after having an amazing day. And I checked that app as I walked through the door, and I'm like, my God, up by 30 or something like that, something crazy. And I turned it on, and then Reggie Miller said something like, "Yeah, to cut it down to 30," and it gave me them Chris Paul vibes when he played the fucking Mavs. And I was like, man, I'm turning this shit off, man. And I watched a real nigga show, Never Ever Met. You know what I mean? What I was talking about. Wow. You know what I mean? I had to turn it off to something else crazy. It made me want to be productive. I started editing some shit again. I was like, you know what? Let me get my life together. Actually, let me stop wasting time because this is crazy. You're wasting my time with this stuff. I don't know, and I know you didn't watch this on TikTok, but there was this lady on TikTok that was like having a conspiracy. It was like the reason why the Dallas Mavericks lost that game 4. I'd rather just show you. No cap. It's worth it.
All right.
I know damn well why the Mavericks lost. Because all them ugly ass Cowboys players had their asses too goddamn close to the court, rubbing off on that badass juju. Cowboys ain't been to the goddamn playoffs. I'm 35 years old. I'm 35. I don't remember the last time the Cowboys did anything good. And all they ugly asses is that damn close to the court. They breathing in Luca's air. They breathing on Kyrie, dapping him off and shit. That's why the fuck we lost. But it's okay because I need a game 5. I need a fucking game 5 because I need Cowboys players not to be there. You bitch ass niggas better not travel the fuck out there. Okay? Stay y'all ugly asses in. Don't y'all have OTAs? Ain't OTAs going? Y'all ain't got shit to do tomorrow. Don't go to no more goddamn Mavericks games, bitch. And if we get to the goddamn finals, we get into the finals. I'm gonna let you know that right now. We get into the finals. If we get to the goddamn finals, you better not attend no motherfucking games, you sorry ass pieces of shit. I'm tired of looking at Cat's ugly ass. He looks like a goddamn ogre, a special ed ogre. I'm fucking tired of it. I can't believe this shit. I was fully prepared.
All right. I'm gonna stop. I forgot Cat got a straight in there. My fault. Oh man. Yeah, I forgot. And she be going crazy on Cat. She be going crazy on Cat. But do you agree with her sentiments?
Man, bro, I don't want to agree. Why you show me that, bro? I don't want to agree.
But do you, nigga?
No, I don't agree.
Bro, them niggas went to Minnesota and dropped a 30 bomb on these niggas. Oh my god. And I hate the way Michael Parsons just be moving in real life. When he ain't got shoulder pads on, this nigga pisses me off so bad. Anytime that nigga ain't got a helmet on or got some cleats on, this nigga know how to piss me the fuck off. Mad.
But anyways, though, moving on from that video, just brought down my vibe completely, man. Before the finals even take place, who do you have in the final? Just like what do you expect in the final? Like who think's gonna go off? What kind of series you think it's gonna be? Don't pick a winner, but how many games you think it's gonna go? You ain't got to pick a winner just yet.
6. I got 6. I don't think it goes 7.
I think it's gonna be 5. I think whoever wins, I think they're going to actually. I'm gonna make my pick right now. I'm thinking the Mavs are gonna win. I could be wrong because you'd be wrong and stuff, but I feel like they're not going to. Like what the Pacers did, I think the Celtics could do in that, like they might, oh my gosh, we're getting walked down. I don't think the Mavs are going to get scared like that. I could see that happening to the Pacers. I'm not Pacers, but the Celtics, because they have been to the finals. They have been walked down. They have been beaten by Hall of Fame point guards and stuff like that before. So I could see that. And they have a tendency to play stupid. Like Luka and Kyrie, they don't really play stupid. And even when they do play stupid, like the shots still go in. So I could see it going 5. I think it's gonna be gentleman sweep.
It can go. If every game is a close game, this will be a sweep. If every game was a close game, the Mavs will win every close game. The only way Boston wins is if you have game 2 performances like you had against Indiana, where you set the tone super early. Because I know the difference between Boston and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota, they'll get out hot, but you can catch back up with them niggas. You can make that a 5-point, 10-point game. Y'all can make it manageable for the most part, especially when they're all healthy. When Boston get a lead, it's gonna stick, nigga. Like when Jason Tatum played with a lead, look, that nigga be showing the fuck out. Jaylen Brown be going crazy. If it's a close game, Luka and or Kyrie will make sure they come in on with a
2 of the best closers in NBA history, probably. So, yeah.
So, with that being said, I think that the Mavs will win it in 6. I think Boston will have at least 2 games where they blow them out the water. I think they have home court advantage. So I believe game 1 will be close. Game 2 is not. Game 2, Boston will have that shit rocking in TD Garden. And I think game 4 or 5, Boston will have that shit rocking. And I think Dallas wins all the other games.
But hey, man, we will see. We will see. Now we got that out the way. It's about that time.
All right, man. My hot take of this week is that if you watch all, was it 30 teams in the NBA? If you watch all 30 NBA teams and you're watching every game like you claim to do on Twitter, every single game, and you know all these players, you are a fucking loser. Fucking loser. You need to go touch some grass and go get on some hoes. This is unacceptable behavior. I think your parents have taught you better than that. There's no way. You're not really watching the game if you're able to watch all 30 NBA teams play basketball. There are plenty of times where it's 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and there's 3 basketball teams playing at the same fucking time. That consists of the Utah Jazz, the Pelicans, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. You're not watching all 3. And if you are putting all 3 or 4 on the screen at the same time, you're not focused on watching all of those at the same time. So do you really know what's going on? I'm tired of y'all niggas faking the fandom that, oh my God, like, oh, you're a casual, which this is a podcast for casuals. You know what I mean? You know, we're accepting of everybody. But niggas that just are so gung-ho about, oh, you don't know ball, or how did you not know that Dante Exum is playing for the Dallas Mavericks? You should be more what? And this was back in what, February? Or I don't know when this was, when I said some shit like, man, Dante played for the Mavericks? You don't know ball.
I'm still surprised. Every time I see him out there, I'm still surprised. I just be like, damn, they say he said he was Kobe.
I was just like, yo, like, stop acting like there's a fun aspect and an entertaining aspect of like niggas being biased and enjoying sport. That's a part of the game. If everybody was speaking on things so objectively,
it wouldn't really.
Shit would be boring. You wouldn't like this shit, bro. Like, biasness plays into this. So of course, niggas are gonna watch their teams. I'm not expecting everybody to know everybody that's on the fucking Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards are fucking ass. Who the fuck cares? We don't care, my nigga. It's okay to be casual. Hop over here and join a casual podcast. Real niggas like us, where we start talking about casual sports and break it down to casual fans why shit is important. You know what I mean? That's a shameless plug, but I need y'all niggas to understand and lock in. We don't care about all the basketball that you watch, because at the end of the day, all somebody has to do is just have a nigga like Kevin Durant or some other NBA player say that you're wrong, and all the shit you just said is null and void, because nobody gives a fuck about how much basketball you fucking watch. Lock in, go get some hoes, because it's not that goddamn deep. It's not that goddamn deep. Lock in, brother. That's my hot take.
I like your hot take. All right, I think I got one. It's gonna be a short and sweet hot take, because I couldn't really think of nothing. But I got one.
He said, I don't know, Rick.
I don't know, man.
I think I got
one. All right, like I said, my hot take is short and sweet. It's simple. It's nothing too crazy. It might not even be a hot take, but my hot take is
don't do that. You told me not to do that all the time, bro. Don't do that.
But I have to do it with this one, because I ain't got no hot take for real.
All right.
But anyway, my hot take is, I think that, and this might sound crazy, so just hold on for a second. I think that you should not be allowed to run for president if you have been convicted of a crime. That's my hot take. All right.
He's shaking the room with that one, y'all.
I don't know, because apparently it's still legal for some reason. I don't know. So this is my hot take. I don't think you should be able to run for president if you've been convicted from a crime. convicted of a crime. If you're a felon, I don't think you should be able to run for president. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
Passing treaty laws behind bars is crazy.
That's like them. That's like the movies where it'd be like a drug kingpin and he'd just be behind like jail or behind bars, but he'd be in that hole with like lobster and steak and money and all this other stuff.
It's like playing Monopoly.
That's like what El Chapo was doing, honestly.
El Chapo, any nigga that's ever played Monopoly and went to jail but was still collecting money because you own Boardwalk. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know, bro. He can't keep getting away with this, bro. He can't keep getting away with it. We gotta have a list of niggas that just can't keep getting away with shit. You know, him and Jason Tatum going.
I was gonna say him and Jason Tatum are number 1 and 2 on that list.
They going band for band right now. Darren Waller, you're creeping up, buddy. You're creeping the fuck up. Watch yourself, buddy. We're keeping an eye on you. We're keeping an eye on you. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good hot take. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that should turn into a cold take because everybody should agree with this. But you know, racism is real, so you know it is what it is. But yeah, man. Like I said, this has been another fantastic episode of the Play for Keys podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like everything.
Donations.
Give us donations. There's a nigga that spammed.
Donations.
A nigga that spammed this shit
Donations.
out of us. Nigga like I think every video, like from top to bottom.
That's what we need.
Shout
we
out,
need that
shout out
dedication.
Grown ass man. But shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. And make sure you tell a friend to tell friends. You know, hopefully they are not convicted felons that you are telling your friends. So we would prefer.
Maybe you shouldn't tell that inmate.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him nothing. Actually, yeah, keep that nigga in the dark. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not need a nigga like that promoting the pod. I'm not gonna lie. I was just starting to think about that more. We don't need that.
We don't need that type of energy. This is real.
Ice Cube lied. All publicity, not good publicity, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
I don't know what that nigga thought he was doing. But like I said, we just hit 200 subscribers. Shout out to us. Keep on keeping on.
How many? I said we had 800 on TikTok. How many followers on Instagram do we have? Let me check
like 287, 288. We've been solidified in the two.
Yeah, we got 287 on Instagram.
Yeah, we've been in the top. We've been in the high 200s for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I think ever since that Michael Parsons video, we've been like in the 270s, 280s. So that means we just need more bankers. And that
it will
only happens with the help of y'all. So keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. And we'll catch y'all niggas next week. Go get some hoes.